A review of the Bear Grylls Scout. I was going to show on this knife, one of the reasons why I do like the serrations on here is because it does handle cordage a lot better with the serrations. It just cuts right through it, no problems. As compared to with a knife this small, it might have a little bit of trouble with that. But it really, on these smaller knives, I actually don't mind the serrations there on a survival knife this small. The bigger ones, I prefer just to have the straight blade, but this one I actually do like the serrations on. Hello, this is Joe, Joe's Life 1. Today we'll be doing a review of the Gerber Bear Grylls Scout Knife. And just go show like this right here. And it is a folder. Alright, so I picked this knife up probably between 5 and 7 years ago. I think probably about 5 years ago. I think I picked it up as a Christmas gift, and then it ended up not getting given away. I think it usually goes for about 23 to about 40 bucks. I would not pay that much for this knife. It should be a little bit cheaper. It should be in the $15 to $20 range. I think at that price point you're getting a deal. I think you're paying a little bit more for the name on there, but anymore, I don't know that you should be paying for that, but yeah. It's 7.3 inches long, 4 inches when it's closed. Has a titanium nitride finish on the blade there, and that's because it has the 7CR17 MOV steel on there, which is like 440A, which can rust. It's got a drop point blade, hollow grind. It's got a little bit of a hollow grind on there. It's about half hollow grind. It's got half of its regular. It's got a lock back on it. Lock back. The ergonomics on this knife are actually one of the high points on it. I wish actually more knives would be more would copy this. It's got a great choil right here, and just fits in the hand very nicely. It's got some jimping up here, jimping right here, a little bit of jimping back there. It fits very well in hand. Can even go reverse. That's one of the things that Bear Grylls and Gerber really did well, was the ergonomics on their knives. The ergos on all of Bear Grylls knives are amazing. They should be copying that on some more of their knives because they did really well with those. The knife weighs only about 2.4 ounces. This one probably weighs a little bit more because I have a lanyard on it, but it's a very light knife. The reason it's light is because it does not have liners in there. It's just the plastic. It's a little flexible, but I haven't had any problems with it. But this is just plastic along here. There's no metal inside of there. You got the lock back, goes all the way down, but other than that, that's what you got. You'll see some other knives that do stuff like that. I think the Benchmade Bug Out does that. It's not bad. It's just I'd be a little hesitant to like really bash on this knife, but if you're just using it for basic stuff, it should be all right. It's got dual thumb studs. Another thing it's got that I really like that I wish more knives would copy is the clip right here. The way that clip folds over, it carries very deep in the pocket, and I really like that. That's a real positive point. I don't carry this one in pocket, but yeah. It's got a lanyard hole. I've got a lanyard in there. And yeah, like I said, no liners. It's all plastic. All right. So anyway, I bought this knife. I like it, but it's not something I would spend a lot of money on. If you can pick it up for cheap, then maybe do it. This one actually goes in my in my survival kit. The reason is because it's really light and it's not that doesn't take up that much room, and it actually gives you a decent amount of capabilities with this knife. I think um, I actually cut some paracord with it this morning. Cuts paracord really well, so it cuts cordage in general really well with that serrated area. You cut ropes and stuff, and then your blade up here. This is enough blade where you could skin something if you needed to. You can cut wood. I wouldn't baton with this or anything, do anything crazy with it, but I mean, if you needed it for the short term in a survival situation, it'd be all right. So anyways, yeah, it sits in my survival bag just because it's light, and I have a multi-tool with another blade on it in there as well, but this would probably be a knife in there. And anyway, it's not an amazing knife, but it's not a horrible knife either. A lot of people really like to bash on Bear Grylls, and I think these knives that Bear Grylls made are actually pretty good knives. I wish that the steel that they used was a little bit better. But other than that, like, yeah, the steel is a little bit soft on this. I've had to sharpen it up a few times. So, I mean, keep that in mind. And it's not going to be a long-term knife it's not something you're going to want to take out in the boonies for 3 months, and not have a sharpener with you. So, yeah. Anyway, it's a good knife. But I'd just be hesitant about spending a lot of money on it. I think you can get other knives out there if you're going to spend $40, buy something. You can buy better knives out there with better steel. Anyways, it's been Joe's Life 1. Thank you very much and have a good one.